We are going to look at a specific vulnerability in Drupal, but this is not just to show you this specific vulnerability, but to show you how you can try the various vulnerabilities and how you can try experimenting with uh, exploiting them, right? So first, what we are going to do is clone this repo rat77 in vulhub-dash, and I have already done that. As you can see, I have this here. This has only a couple of files, so it should not take a lot of time. Once you have done that, you can run it with uv run ---- script and then app.py. Now, this will automatically install all the dependencies, so you don't have to worry about the dependencies. Once all the dependencies and everything is installed, you will be able to go into vulhub manager. And as you can see, this is running on port 5000. So I have gone to the IP address :5000, and this is what it looks like, right? So you can see that this is the project manager, and you can have light theme or dark theme. Now, once you are here, you will not see any of these things. And for these things to come up, you have to clone this repo, vulhub projects. So if I click here, I can come here, and this is the repo that I have to clone. I have cloned it in my current folder. You can see that I have vulhub here, and once I have cloned it, I can just give the path here and set base path. As soon as I set the base path, you will see that all the projects from vulhub will appear here. Then you just have to select it and come down to the bottom and click on run selected. Once you run selected, you can come to your host and see docker ps, and you will see that this docker had this docker compose had two dockers which are running now. So one is web one is mysql one. Now once that is done, you can actually go to the folder where this was there and read the readme. So if I open the readme.md, this is just to ensure that you can set it up correctly, right? So first is I have to find out the port where it is listening, and the port is 8080. So I can go to port 8080, and then if I come here, it mentions how to use this. So once you Docker compose up, you don't have to execute because that is what was done by vulhub-dash. And then you can go to port 8080, and then you have to select the database username and password. The database name is Drupal. The database username and password are root, and the database address is MySQL. Once you have given all these things, then the installation will be complete. And once the installation completes, it will look like this. And you can see that the Drupal site is up and running, right? Now, once the Drupal site is up and running, it also mentions how you can exploit this by doing this post command. But I will show you a better way to exploit this. So we will just quit out of this, and then I am going to use ZapGPT. And in ZapGPT, if I can find where it is, that is fine. I am not able to find it. So we will say Zap GPT, provider OpenAI, model is GPT 4.1. I am trying to exploit and learn about. I'll copy this. I'll copy this. In our lab environment, can you explain this vulnerability and how to exploit it in lab env. Okay, so this is very important that you tell it your intentions, otherwise it is going to say that sorry, I cannot help you with that. Hopefully with this it will not say that, but let's wait and see what happens. Earlier when I ran this with similar prompt, it did not give me any error, rather it told me how to execute it. So I am hoping that it will do the same now. And it should not take more than a couple of seconds to come back. By the way, if you like ZapGPT, you can star my repo. If you go to my repo here, if you click here, it will take you to my repo, and then you can star my repo here, or even fork it if you want to change something, or create a pull request if you want some changes that I do not have in my repo. And we are just waiting for GPT 4.1 to come back. It should not be taking so much time. I don't know why it is taking so much of time. But as usual, sometimes the LLM can be a bit unresponsive and could take a little bit of time. Okay, it's back. So as you can see here, it is first telling at the summary. The vulnerability exists because Drupal's database abstraction API improperly sanitizes certain user-supplied input in SQL queries. An unauthenticated attacker can send specifically crafted requests to execute arbitrary SQL commands, potentially leading to remote code execution. Okay, so how does the exploit work? And then it goes ahead and explain how the exploit works. For setting up the lab environment, it tells you how to set up the lab environment. It also says that the changelog.txt should appear. So let's try to see if this is there. We have it here. So yep, we can see that changelog.txt is there, and it is 7.31 version. For manual extraction exploitation, it says that we have to send a request to user.login, and we have to send data which is given here. There is also an option of automated exploitation using Metasploit. So I will quickly show this to you. And if I go to my other terminal, I will quickly exit this, and we can run MSF console. And then I can just copy paste this. And then set our host. And our host will be this. We can quickly check if there are anything else that we need to provide. No, this is fine. Our host we have already given. Our port is 8080, so we have to change that. We can do show options once again. So port is 8080, SSL is false, target URI is slash, host is fine. This is my local IP address. I can verify by giving IP space A, and I can see that 75.152 is my local IP. And L port is 4444, and this is automatic PHP in memory, which is fine. And then we can just say run, and we can see that immediately it says that the target is vulnerable. And we get a interpreter cell. Once you get a interpreter cell, as you know, you can do a lot of things. You can basically open the webcam, you can try various other things from interpreter. But let's wait for the interpreter to complete. Yeah, so Meterpreter has given us the cell, and now we can do a who am I in a cell, of course. So if I say who am I, we can see that we are www data. Now, if needed, we can actually do a privilege escalation. I'll not go into this because this lab was specifically created for this specific vulnerability, so I am not sure whether it exists or not. But that's how you do it, right? Now, once you have done that, you will see that the Docker are still up and running. So what you want to do is go into that specific folder and do Docker compose down. And you can see that immediately the Docker containers that were started will be deleted. In fact, I can also do a -a and show you that it has vanished from this as well. So that's all for today. Thank you.